everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for everybody for subscribing yesterday and watching our first video. It's gonna be the second video out there, and since we don't have enough time to get out on the water today, me and Kimberly thought we would take a second and go over our kayak setups, go over what we like about them, what we don't like about them, what we wish we could change. So stay tuned, this is gonna be a fun little video. All right, so the kayak that I chose for my first fishing kayak was a Oldtown Predator MX. I know pedal kayaks are all the rage right now. It's just not something I wanted. I wanted something with a really spacious front deck with nothing up here for my fly line or anything for that matter to get tangled up on. I'm kind of a klutz out on the water. When I see a fish, I start going after it, and it doesn't matter what's in my way. I break stuff, I move stuff, it's gonna happen. So that's why we went with this model. I went with the tan, the camouflage tan color, mostly because, you know, if I ever wanted to go out there and duck hunt out of it. First thing I added to the kayak was actually an anchor system. Went with the Scotty anchor. It's inexpensive, real cheap. We'll link that in the Amazon or down in the description below. Just got it off Amazon. Super inexpensive, easy to mount up, easy to take on and off. Just lift up on it, turn it to your desired position where you want it to go, and then put it back down, able to anchor it up. It's got a nice system here where you can actually lock it. So when it's down on the bottom, you can lock it so it's not moving on you. Second thing I went in and did on here was I actually installed this crate system. This is just a standard milk crate that I added a 3-rod holder to the back of using zip ties and then spray painted it. To kind of match the boat. It's able to hold my all my line, all my lures in there, 3 rods in the back, and then I have 2 rod holders on the side, so I can legitimately carry up to 5 rods on this boat. Another cool feature about this Oldtown Predator MX is that it gives me 2 options for my seat size. So I just pop this up like this and I can push it back, drop it down. So now, you know, loading it on the car, it's going to be a much more compact system to be able to put up there on the car rack and move around. And also, if I'm really wanting to pedal faster and get down into the water, I'm not sitting up as high. If it's windy, if the waves are crashing over, I can drop into the boat and have a much more stable position down in the bottom. It's real quick and easy. You can do it out on the water to be able to raise it and lower it. The seat also, if you want, can flip out of the way. So now I have a much larger standing platform up here, bed fishing for bass or for fly fishing, and I really want to get a good stable position up there. I can move that back, get my center of gravity right over the center of the boat, and I have a much more stable position to fish. A couple more things I always have in the boat, obviously. I know the kayak fishermen really like the measuring system for their fish. I'm an old school bass fisherman, so underneath my seat, I always have the scale ready to go in case I catch that PB out there on the water. Current PB is a little over 8 pounds, so hopefully this year we can blow that out of the water. All right, my newest upgrade to this boat was actually this Humminbird Piranha Max 4DI. It's a down imaging sonar fish finder or depth finder. I honestly don't know how to use it. I'm just learning. I had depth finders, fish finders on my big bass boat that I used to own. Never really used them. The only thing they told me was water temp and water depth. Usually went out there and tried to find my fish on my own. But with this, I'm really going to try to learn how to use it, learn how to read it. I had a hard time trying to figure out a way to get the transducer mounted onto this boat. Was thinking about it. Scotty makes a great mount for it. There's a lot of other companies out there that make good mounts to be able to mount these to your boat. I wanted to save a little bit of money, and I had this old Scotty mount laying around. So we went to Lowe's, Home Depot, one of them, and bought some PVC piping, 3 90-degree turns and a little bit of pipe, 1/2 inch, and was able to make this mount. So now out in the water I can kick it up if I'm going shallow, and then I can drop it down whenever I'm ready to fish. So now I have an easy system, and to take it off, it's just like your Scotty mount. You just pull up, turn it, and lift it right out. So easy, quick system if you're looking for a way to mount a depth finder to your kayak. I highly suggest going this route, and maybe if we get a few more questions, we'll show you exactly how I did this and how we set it up. But for now, that's my boat. I mean, I can show you up in here. I got my snack container, got some potato chips, got some water, and then got another life vest in case it's ever needed out there. Always wear your PFD out on the water. You never know what's going to happen out there. There's other boaters, there's stuff out of your control. So always wear your PDF out. PFD? Personal flotation device, right?
Personal flotation device.
That's it. So yeah, that's my boat and how I have it set up. This might work for you, it might not, but this is the system so far that I've really enjoyed.
Hey everybody, so now we're going to talk about my kayak. I actually have a Vibe Yellowfin 100. A little bit different than Jake's. It is 2 feet shorter. I wanted a shorter kayak, just something a little bit easier for me to handle if I was ever to go out on my own. So this one's 10 feet long. It is a sit on top kayak. It does have all the angling features. So we've got 4 rod holders. It came with covers over them to keep stuff out, but they just kind of got in the way, so we cut those off. It's got the adjustable footrests. Yeah, you'll notice in the videos I tend to adjust my feet a lot so they'll be in the water, out of the water, under my seat. Who knows where my feet end up. But it's got 2 full containers. This one is my favorite because I keep water and snacks in this one. And then the one up front, I tend to keep other things that I'll only need when we're beached, like more sunscreen, toilet paper, stuff like that. I have 2 slots. I'll pick the smaller Plano style of boxes. I believe it's the 3600. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. They just fit nicely in there, easily accessible when I want to change. I also keep behind me, I call it my purse, but it's my Orvis backpack, the fishy series, so that way I can keep all my girly things, wallet, sunglasses, more sunscreen, stuff like that. I just clip it behind me, easily accessible as well. I don't have a crate system on the back of mine. Instead, I keep our little Yeti cooler in the back. I think about food more when we're out on the water. Jake will go all day and not eat anything, so it's really important for me to keep track of that. So I keep that back here, secured that. I have the same anchor system that Jake has on his. It is the Scotty anchor system, so mine's just red, but same thing, locks it into place. I can reach it easily behind me, lift up, and then turn it however I need it to. I usually keep my rods behind me and the 2 rod holders back here. That way they don't get in the way while I'm paddling, or like I said, when I put my feet over the edge to cool them off. So 7 years ago, Jake got me into fly fishing, and that was all we did. So I am a huge fly fisherman. The whole bass fishing conventional tackle is still a little new to me. So I always keep a fly rod on board just in case. My favorite thing to do is catching bluegill on a fly. You'll see that a lot hopefully in the next few videos. So something that's really important is your paddle and the paddle length. My kayak came with a paddle, but unfortunately it was too short. The first time I took it out, I was struggling. I was getting wet from the weird angle I had to hold it, and I didn't really understand why until I remembered, oh, they make different sizes and I have really long arms. So we got a paddle that fits me, and it's made a world of difference. It has the angled thing, we'll call it, don't know paddle terms, but also has the lure retrieval system on there too. That's come in handy a few times. And then the, we'll call them the drip catchers, that way you don't get too wet while you're on the water in case it's cold. Overall, I do love my kayak. I did pick it out mostly because of the color. Color is important to me, what can I say? But it does have all the features that I was looking for. It was a good price point for our budget at the time. And Vibe's a really solid company. If you don't follow them on Instagram, do it. They post really cool pictures of kayaks and dogs. I have noticed that like the front and the, we'll call it the lap container right here, it doesn't quite seal all the way, so water will get in sometimes. So I just tend to keep things in plastic bags to avoid that. I do wish that I had a little bit more storage directly under my seat. I think that would be handy, maybe just for some more tackle. Maybe I could keep more of my purse items under there. But overall, it's a great kayak, and I just can't wait to use it more this year.
Alright, so overall I really like this kayak. It's not one of your, it's a mid-tier kayak. They run $1,200 to $1,300 I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'll put a link in the description below for it. One thing I really don't like about it, and for being an angling kayak, is the size of this back hatch back here. I had to go out and search for a mount crate that would actually fit back here, and then when I found one that was really close, I had to actually cut the bottom of it a little bit to be able to angle and fit down in there. Other than that, it's a really solid kayak. Like I said, I've stood up in it many times. I really like these little plaques here. You can screw into them without screwing into the boat. And then if you ever want to change anything or change your accessories, you can actually just purchase these again without having to, just try to make new holes or use the existing holes. Other than that, like I said, solid kayak for the money. If you're not looking for a pedal kayak, I'd highly recommend the Predator MX by Oldtown.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. We hope you learned something from our kayak setups. We're really happy with them so far, and it's always kind of cool. There's always new gadgets out there you can add and make to go on them, so it's a never-ending project.
All right, once again, thank you to everybody for your subscriptions over the last couple days, watching the new video that we posted. We're really excited about this. We're really excited about getting out there, sharing our adventures with you. We go on quite a few adventures. Hopefully there's going to be more this year.
So thank you everyone again. We hope you're looking forward to more videos. Arizona is a really cool state. We've got desert waters. We've got tons of lakes and streams up north in the mountains. So you're going to see a wide variety of fishing here in the next few months. And we're really excited to share our adventures with you.
All right, make sure you hit that subscribe button down in the bottom. Click the bell for notifications and stay tuned for our next video.